Why do we clutch so tightly to the past, even when it threatens to drag us under? This question, seemingly simple, brings to light a profound human tendency, the inability to let go of history. Consider the case of Sarah, a successful entrepreneur with a thriving business. But beneath the glossy surface of her success, Sarah is tormented by a past failure. She once launched a product that flopped, causing her to lose a significant amount of money. Now, even with her current success, she's consumed by that past failure, doubting her decisions, questioning her abilities, and living in constant fear of another failure. Then there's John, a loving father and dedicated husband. He had a difficult childhood, marred by a strained relationship with his own father. This history shadows his present, causing him to worry excessively about his relationship with his children and making him overly critical of his parenting skills. These stories serve as potent reminders of how holding on to history can negatively impact our lives. We see Sarah, who despite her current success, is unable to enjoy it because of a past failure. We see John, whose past experiences hamper his ability to fully embrace his role as a father. However, it's not just individuals like Sarah and John who grapple with this issue. It's a universal human predicament. Take, for instance, the case of nations unable to move forward because they are embroiled in historical disputes. Countries like North Korea and South Korea, India and Pakistan are just a few examples. These nations are held hostage by their history, their progress stunted by past conflicts. So what does all this tell us? It tells us that holding on to history, whether it's past failures, past experiences, or past conflicts, can have serious repercussions. It can prevent us from fully experiencing the present, from fully embracing our successes, and from fully living our lives. In Sarah's case, it prevents her from celebrating her success and instills in her a fear of failure. In John's case, it causes him to question his parenting skills, preventing him from fully enjoying his relationship with his children. In conclusion, the inability to let go of history can have profound effects on individuals and nations alike. It can lead to a life overshadowed by past failures, experiences, and conflicts, preventing us from fully living in the present. So, perhaps the question we should be asking is not why we hold on to the past, but how we can learn to let it go. Because only by letting go of history can we truly embrace the present and look forward to the future. And that, dear listeners, is a thought worth holding on to.
Have you ever pondered why history matters? Why do we keep revisiting the past, unearthing stories of heroes, villains, triumphs, and tragedies? Isn't it just about dusty old books and age-old tales? Well, let's dive into this intriguing thought. Imagine this: a world without history. Sounds peaceful, doesn't it? No memories of past conflicts, no grudges carried over generations, no nations brandishing their historical wounds as reasons for ongoing strife. The past would hold no power over us, and every day would be a fresh start, unburdened by the weight of historical baggage. Peace would seemingly be within arm's reach, as old feuds and conflicts would vanish like morning mist under the sun. However, this utopian vision of a historyless world is flawed. It overlooks the fact that history serves as our greatest teacher. It is through history that we learn about humanity's triumphs and failures, our capacity for kindness and cruelty, our potential for growth and destruction. Take, for instance, the horrific tragedies of the world wars. They serve as stark reminders of the depths to which humanity can sink, the atrocities we are capable of committing. We remember these events not to dwell in the past, but to ensure that they are not repeated. In a world devoid of history, we would not have these potent reminders. We would be doomed to repeat the same mistakes, to walk the same destructive paths over and over again. The atrocities that we now remember and vow never to repeat could become commonplace, draining the world of its compassion and humanity. Moreover, history is not just about wars and conflicts. It is also about achievements, discoveries, and progress. The story of human evolution, the development of civilizations, the breakthroughs in science and technology, all these would be lost in a world without history. We would be like children, forever starting from scratch, never building on the knowledge and experience of previous generations. In essence, history is the collective memory of humanity. It is the record of our journey, the chronicle of our trials and tribulations, our victories and defeats. Without it, we would be like amnesiacs, forever lost in the present, with no sense of where we came from or where we are going. So to the question, why does history matter? The answer is simple. History matters because it is our guide, our teacher, and our conscience. It is the mirror that reflects our past, enabling us to face the future with wisdom and foresight. In conclusion, a world without history might seem peaceful at first glance, but it would be a world devoid of wisdom, a world doomed to repeat its mistakes, a world where progress is hampered by the lack of collective memory. History is not just about the past, it is about understanding the present and shaping the future. It is not just about remembering, it is about learning. And that is why history matters.